Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. We are here in the little world that I created to kick off my 2015 Holiday Map Challenge. I had 7 amazing competitors. Each one of them submitted a custom adventure map with a focus on story, and those maps were targeted to be about 20 minutes in length, and they had to use certain theme words from a theme word randomizer. So if you haven't seen these maps, I highly recommend you check them all out. Links are in the description of this video. Please go out there and give a like or a thumbs up to the video, or the map, I should say, of these 7 that you felt was the strongest. I'd love to see which of these 7 maps the YouTube audience thinks was the strongest from a story perspective, from a holiday perspective. Give them a thumbs up. Let's see which one gets the most likes. In the meantime, I'm going to award the first place Christmas Star and the second place Book of Good Fortune to 2 of these lucky map makers. As I've already said, all of these maps were absolutely excellent, but I did narrow it down to my 2 top favorite, and I scored these maps behind the scenes on all the criteria that were in the rules and some different weightings. But what I really strongly wanted was something that fit into about 20 minutes and something that told a good, compelling Christmas story with a start, a middle, and end, motivation for the character, and if possible, some kind of, twist in there. Didn't have to be like a crazy twist. It could just be something that makes the story interesting. So I won't go too much more into that, but I'm just going to go straight into telling you about these maps. So the first one I played on December 18th was from Majorbomper, in which I was on a quest to go around and find a bunch of his heads, and he was sort of teasing and trolling me. Not too much of a story there at all. It actually just felt more like sort of a random walk-around map. Next, we had on December 19th a map by bauwks, which you were basically going around trying to compose a new Christmas song to bring life back to a frozen village for the king. Then we had Bhuna Boy. Bhuna Boy submitted a map with some dark undertones, but ultimate redemption for the character who starts off as a homeless boy. Jimsack's entry, trying to get yourself out of Coal Town by going in to Santa's workshop and either putting his naughty list to rest or putting everyone's name on the naughty list. We had the map by the team of KidAwesomeTwo, which is Troy Boy 777 and his 2 sons. This was a story called The Grunch, where you are saving Christmas wreaths from that nasty old guy. We had a map from Jigarbov on December 23rd, which was going around and inviting all of rsmalec's friends to a party, a Christmas party, and kind of reliving a little bit of the history of people that I've met in Minecraft. Very touching map to me personally. And on the 24th, Christmas Eve, we had a map from Cloudwolf, and Cloudwolf's map starts off where you are driving a Santa sleigh, you crash it, and then you have to go around Santa's village and basically do some quests to repair what you've done and allow Santa to go off on Christmas Eve. So, like I said, all of them really good, solid maps. Let's start with the one that I feel was in second place. And I'm going to go ahead and give the second place to Bhuna Boy. Bhuna Boy is somebody who started interacting with me in the Minecraft community through something called 60-minute maps. It's another challenge where you have to build a map in only 60 minutes based on random theme words. And his map in this entry, I thought, had very complex emotions. It had, it dealt with some themes that were actually pretty adult, but I felt like this is one of the maps that led you through a story and not just through a series of delivery quests or search quests. You actually had a story that sort of morphed at each step of the way, and as I said before, it had sort of a bit of a twist in the ending. I would say some of the motivations of the personalities I found a little bit hard to believe if it was in the real world, but it's not. It's in a Minecraftia story. And overall, I felt that story was the second most interesting to me. Now, for the first place competitor, as soon as I played this map, I knew that it was going to be a strong one. Of course, I played all 7 before deciding, but I'm going to give first place to bauwks. Bauwks is the creator of a map called Crack in the World, which was the first time I heard of him, and a map called Satoshi's Treasure, which is a sequence of 5 maps that are puzzles, and at the end of playing all 5, you can put clues together to win a real-life Bitcoin. Now, it's already been, that prize has already been claimed, but those puzzle maps are well worth it if you're into puzzle maps at all. Here in my contest, bauwks submitted this map where you're going around composing a song. Each time you do quests, it adds new elements into the songs, and you're interacting with people in the village who are asking you to do a number of different types of activities to warm the village up again. And I just thought that the overall pacing and the way that the story had multiple kind of layers to it from that perspective was really nice. So again, all of these maps were quite awesome. I really had a tough decision with the second place, because we had some that were a little bit longer, some that were a little bit shorter, some that were very simple stories, and then, you know, the ones that were, both of these stories were a tad bit more complex. But all were super good. As I said, all of them had some reference, some allusions to myself, and that just tells me that these map makers, you know, they really enjoy what I've done this year, and I have really enjoyed actually calling all of these people friends, and I hope to see more of their creations in 2016. So Merry Christmas to all. I hope that everyone had a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you all again in my next Minecraft challenge. Cheers!